Hello everybody, this is Dana Reynolds and Rochelle Reynolds with Reynolds Family Farm, Master Cut Gems Life. We got so many things going on, but we're just trying to show you what we do throughout our year in the farm life, and just trying to do things that are interesting. What I'm doing today, people have asked me about it. This is like the fourth time I've done this, but it's just, they're so delicious and they're not that hard to do. And I get my information from the website Two Guys in a Cooler. They give all this information, and it's easier than you think. What we're doing today is the Calabrian pork tenderloin. This is dry aging it, and what I'm doing today is the first step, which is the brine. So mainly what you're wanting to do is that you're going off the spice per weight of the meat. It's pretty precise. So get your pork tenderloins, catch them on sale. A lot of these little beautiful pork tenderloins I get is cheap on sale as $3 or $4 each, which is extremely cheap. And what I normally do is I'll just go ahead and unwrap them and I'll kind of clean them up. You know, if you see any kind of silver skin or something like that, you'll just remove that part off of it because you don't eat it, and it kind of it's not fun. It's tough. It's chewy. It's best to go ahead and get rid of it when you start. It just creates a much prettier product.
May I ask a question?
Sure.
So you're saying that you're removing this
Silver skin. Yeah,
so that when you're curing, after it's cured, the outside layer won't be tough.
Well, it doesn't give you that chewy layer that you're going to have to trim off. So you basically just clean it up, square it up. Anything that just doesn't look quite right, just, take care of it in the beginning.
Okay.
Once you do that, then I'll weigh it. This one weighs I do it in grams, 448 grams. All right, so once you do that, you're dealing with a piece of meat that's 448 grams. So normally what I'll do is I'll just write that down, 448. And this website's so nice, you just punch in your grams, then it tells you exactly what you need cure-wise to put in this. Now, I am not against it, but I use celery juice powder instead of the Instacure, the sodium nitrite. So,
And that's the pink salt that they use?
the pink salt, it's fine. It's got a purpose. It creates a gas, it kills off unwanted bacteria and bad stuff. But the celery juice powder does pretty much the same thing, and I guess it's just more natural to me. So when you plug this thing in, you're looking at, on 448, you're looking at somewhere in the neighborhood of like 14 grams of kosher salt and all those things. So re-zero this out, and I'm just going to go ahead and start putting in my ingredients. I'll have me a separate container to mix all this stuff in. So I'll do my salt first. So I'll add the salt in there. Then the next thing I'll run down to the Instacure. I'm looking at about 2.4 grams. That's pretty much the 4% that you would want to use for this. With my black pepper. You can add more black pepper if you'd like. It's really, you're going to wash this off after it's gone through its 7-day cure. Then 4.5 grams of turbinado sugar or raw sugar. .2 of dried rosemary. And 4.5 of minced garlic. And they're saying 2.4 juniper berries. I normally just grind mine because I like for it to get around my stuff, where a juniper berry might not flavor it if it's whole. And I'm going to add some of my dried pepper powder that I cured last year, probably 3 grams, just to give it that little extra special. Then I'll mix it up really well. Make sure it's all incorporated well. Then you'll spread it on your meat, like I'm doing here. Rub it in, flip it around. Do all sides really well, because you just want this stuff really coated well when it goes into the vacuum sealer, because it's going to go in there and stay. Per weight, this will probably stay about 6 or 7 days. So, it's all rubbed in. And the thing with this, don't discard your extra spices and everything, because this all will go in your bag, vacuum seal bag, for the cure, because you want to utilize every bit of this that you can. Okay. Then I'll take my vacuum. So some people like to use the big bags where it stays cylindrical, but really it's easy to straighten it back out after the cure. So you'll take your excess and just pour in your bag. Fold it around good. And take your vacuum sealer. Put it in. Make sure you haven't got any stuff in the way of your seal. Squeeze a little bit out. Then I start it. I kind of assist it along to make sure it pulls a good vacuum. Okay. Then normally what I do is I'll find a marker. I'll put the date, which today is the 27th. And I'll write down what the weight was, 448. And then I'll put number 1 because that's the first one I did. So there you have it. That is the beginning of your brine. This will go in a refrigerator. You'll pull it out every day. You'll massage it well and flip it over. And then you'll put it back in the refrigerator. After 7 days, you'll take it out, and then we'll start the next process, which is to rinse it off. You use our dry age wraps, net it, put it on the rack, and then you'll go for your 35% weight loss. But I'm telling you folks, I've done a lot of the different whole muscle meats. This is probably my favorite. It's awesome, it's good, it's easy. Probably 3 to 4 weeks, you've got a wonderful piece of charcuterie that you can enjoy. Like I said, I'm doing like 5 at a time, because if you got friends over, one is not going to last but one night. Between 4 hungry adults with cheese and wine, it just, it's that delicious. So that's the beginning of it. I hope you enjoyed it. It's very simple. If I can do it, I know you can do it. But it's just an easy way for you to dry age your meats at home. You can do it in a refrigerator. You don't have to have a special chamber. And, once you do several of them, you can always vacuum seal them and put them in the freezer for later use, because you're just dry curing and preserving meat for future use. Thanks for watching, and I hope y'all have a wonderful day.